So today's topics, for those of you who don't know, Stranglehold Championship Wrestling is founded by military veterans. The original founding members were all former active duty and retirees. One, unfortunately, which part of this 10 bell was for, was the late Michael Bullard, aka Mike Money, who was an Air Force veteran of 26 years. So this was also one of his favorite topics, so this is kind of a heavenly salute to Mr. Money. Bringing back the professional wrestling. I know you kind of want to touch on this a little bit too.
Absolutely.
I know some things that you've seen. Number one, booking etiquette. So it's no secret that I'm going to be involved in a certain WrestleCon down in Florida. I am going strictly as a vendor. I'm not the promoter or the booker. I had 38 people message me if I would book them for this show. I'll go ahead and go on the record and say this. If I'm interested in booking you for any event I'm affiliated with, I will contact you. And I will ask if you're available for that date and what your price is. That's proper etiquette. Not blowing up my phone constantly, or I'm just going to go over your head and talk to them. No, that's not the way it works. If you talk to me about a booking, that's what it is. There's a reason why we are selective on who we book for our company and our events. Professionalism is huge. So as you can see, our esteemed co-host Buddy Lee Parker is still under the weather. He is making speedy recovery. He will be joining us again soon. So Sarge, we're thinking about you, boss. And I know you kind of wanted me to touch on a couple things. Secondly, speaking of Buddy Lee Parker, he had a seminar recently in what was that, Buckhead, Georgia?
Yes, Buckhead.
Now, there's a lot of you professionals out there, and I'm not saying all of you, because some of you have had a nice pedigree on your training, and you're still constantly learning. George Animal still once told me that if you ever for 1 minute think that you know everything in this business, it's truly time to quit. So a seminar by the man who trains so many legends, who's a legend among legends. Several people signed up and only 11 people showed up. You know what that says to me? And I know there's one person that already has a pretty legendary affiliation with him, and he also had shoulder surgery. So I'm not talking about him, he knows who he is. But we're talking about some of these other guys that work these indie shows that, were trained by somebody that was trained by somebody that was somebody. But we really don't know who that somebody truly is. So when you have the opportunity of getting in front of a reputable trainer, such as Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker, and you sign up and you no-show, that's a problem. Or if you're in the building and he's offering you to get in the ring and you just walk around like what? You know what that makes you look like? I mean, seriously. That really makes you look bad in the eyes of a lot of people. Because I can tell you this much, I wouldn't book you. That's just straight up. Now if somebody comes to me like, say, Ricky Morton has given me a nice long list of people that he recommends personally, those are the people I'm going to start contacting. So yeah, there are going to be some changes as we ramp up operations again, as we prepare for MomoCon. We're kind of going on a nice little goodwill tour for the remainder of the year. River City Wrestling Company on one stop, where we're sponsoring a true legend in this business, Sergeant Slaughter, and we have a few of our roster there as well that are hungry for more knowledge and are hungry to learn as much as they can. So when you're placed in a situation where you have the ability, and it's almost felonious of how cheap the opportunity is, you're like, oh, I'm too good for that. I already know what I'm doing. I'm already a professional. No.
Listen, I want to stop you right there for a second, man. One thing that I've learned just by being a fan of the business there's only one person on the planet that is bigger than the business. And he owns the elite status of everything. That's Vince McMahon.
That's the truth.
Nobody else has ever made it to Vince's level. Nobody's ever been above the business. He is the only person that can claim he is above the business. Every other person in a high spot, on a high show. Hell, we had an AEW superstar sitting right over there just the other day.
That's right.
And humble.
Very humble.
Stay humble. Always know your ability to learn. It will never cease. Every day in the wrestling business, in any type of business, you have to be open, you have to be a sponge, you have to take in the information, and all the information comes in day by day. You don't just show up one day at an indie show and say, hey, I know all this, gotta go, I'm above this place. That's never the case, ever.
Matter of fact, case in point to that, there was a show recently in West Virginia. The Mouth South Jimmy Hart was part of. I saw photographic evidence.
He was setting up chairs, man.
Yes, he was. If the Mouth of South Jimmy Hart could help the ring, help with chairs, help promote that show, what's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all?
Jimmy Hart, who's been in the business, managed the biggest names ever. Hulk Hogan, Kevin Sullivan, The Giant, Paul White,
Ultimate Warrior, just Macho Man Randy Savage.
Nasty Boys.
Oh yeah, the Nasty Boys.
It goes on and on and on. The man is 100% legendary status. There's no place on the planet you can go and mention the name Jimmy Hart and somebody didn't know who you're talking about.
Exactly.
And if he can set up chairs and he can help promote shows.
What's wrong with y'all? Y'all can't even share a flyer. But yet, you want me or any other promoter out there to pay you top dollar where you can bring some mixtape, some Walmart Under Armour, do a couple kick flips off the top rope and you deserve $150, $200. No. I'm going to tell you something. There are legends out there, and I'm not going to put them out there because that's protecting the business, who will come to me for knockdown prices because they would help me build a company. And I promise you, none of you are at that level.
And I'm telling you guys right now, I might not have met every person that works on our roster in person yet, but if any of you guys ever decide you're above the business, it'll be your last day with us. I guarantee it.
It's a fact. You know, I know my esteemed booker is at home, also recovering from COVID. Goff, we'll be talking to you soon, boss. It'll be good to see you.
Your recovery, man.
Heck yeah. And these are some things that Goff preaches about in the locker room. This is why that we're just going through weeding out people. MomoCon's coming around. That's going to be a very big opportunity for a lot of you out there. If I contact you, it's because I see something in you. And I see potential in making money with you and helping you make money better yourself.
Now, real quick, let me touch on that.
Go for it.
We have on paper right now 2 legendary people in the wrestling business that has our name attached to it right now. The number one at the moment that we can announce is Kurt Angle.
That's right.
And Kurt Angle's going to be in the building watching you guys perform for us. So, if his name's attached to it, it has to be top quality. We're not going to bring in anybody off the streets. We're going to put on a damn good show. And we're going to make sure he's proud to have his name attached to our brand.
That's absolutely correct. And I know Sergeant Slaughter is probably going to get wind of this. He's already excited to be working with us in a couple short weeks. And he's going on television he told me that, hey, I want to tell everybody about you guys and I want to help you build your company. This is Sergeant Slaughter. So, all you indie darlings out there that want to leave people on red, we're like, hey, you know, I'm considering you for an opportunity. Follow through. There we go. That was the word I was looking for. Follow through.
Yes.
There's a lot of you guys and girls out there that don't have follow through. Means if I contact you, we somewhat agree on everything, I'm giving you updates as I go, follow through what you say on your end. Meaning, if I say, hey, call time's at 3 p.m., not 3:01, not 3:30, not 5:45, 3 o'clock. If you're in my locker room 3 o'clock having a meeting, you're off the show. I don't care if you're the world champion. Just trust me. I can vacate. Here, hold that up so they can see it. I am always, always, always looking for the right people to wear these. Because, you know, I've had to address this as well recently. And I'm not picking at him, but I will go ahead and say this so everybody understands where I'm going with it. That belt is not an absolute, does not mean that's going to stay on the same person week in, week out, show in, show out. I'm always looking for somebody who's better than you, more motivated than you, and more hungry than you. And if you meet those criteria, I definitely want to talk to you. But again, just remember those things we've been talking about: paying dues, follow through, just professionalism.
We've spoken before about how this isn't the same brand it was a year ago, 2 years ago. It's gonna continue to evolve.
And it will.
Day after day, hour after hour, and moment after moment. So just, we're looking for hunger to grow the brand. I mean, it's not going to be like this anymore. We're going to be out there. We're going to be having a ton of exposure. We have to have the best of the best.
You know, 'cause somebody asked me, say, wait a minute, what are you doing in Jacksonville, Florida? Because I want to. Because I'm going to. And I'm not going to stop there. I'm looking at other cities, other states. We're looking at other countries once the world returns back to a sense of normalcy. Oh yes, I've had some offers overseas as well. That they want Stranglehold Championship Wrestling in their country.
Yeah, we have an awesome opportunity at Panama City Beach too, and I'm excited for that.
That's right.
All they got to do is cross those T's and dot those I's, man. We're going to be booking it very, very soon.
That's right.
Panama City on the beach, how awesome would that be? And of course.
And that's it. You know, it's all about when the time comes, can I rely on you? Can I count on you to be there? Can I count on you to represent this brand properly? Because if you're not invested, I don't want you.
We have the legendary trainer, Buddy Lee Parker, the Sarge from the power plant, who is going to come in and work with you guys. It's going to be epic. I mean, he's already signed the contract to do so. I mean, it is going to be epic. The brand's not going to go down, it's going to go up very, very fast.
And he told me his first order of business is to rule out the weak. He's only going to keep the ones that are hungry and that want it, and they're going to build this company.
So let's change the pace and get off of the let's get off of the motivation.
So let me get on a lighter note.
There we go.
And and before I do that, I want all you guys to not take this as me, you know, lowering the boom per se, but just like, hey man, get it together. That's all I want. I don't mind working with anybody that's hungry. If you're not there, you're not there, but get there. And we'll do business. Anyway, lighter note, go ahead.
Alright, lighter note, as you guys know, Memorial Day is this coming Monday. It's not really a lighter note. We did a 10-bell salute, man. You being a Navy veteran for many, many years, I gotta ask you, man, what does Memorial Day mean to you?
You know, over my long career, I buried a lot of my brothers and sisters. A lot of them didn't come home. And there's a couple times I had to be the one to tell their families what really happened to them. And that was a very sad duty for me. And this is the proper time that we do so to remember all of them and never forget what they did and what their sacrifice was.
That was very well said, man. For me, it's a time for the loved ones, the friends, the family of the ones who didn't get to come home to tell the story. To honor that person, the memory, and all their friends and brothers, I'm going to say in color. It's an opportunity for them to just celebrate the lives that they had and the memories that were made. I know a lot of people confuse Veterans Day and Memorial Day, and it's kind of sad that so many people do it. But as the world celebrates, you know, we're going to cook out. We're going to be eating hamburgers and hot dogs. That's our Memorial Day tradition. We've always done it. Steak. We might try some brisket this year. I'm not sure, but as this happens, you know, it's important for you guys to understand the freedoms we have, at least available at this very moment, is because of the fact that someone was willing to give their life to go overseas to fight for our right to be free. And we're just going to give back with the honor and celebration. We do it with food. A lot of people do it other ways. Some people grieve on Memorial Day, which, you know, it's their right, their honor, their privilege. But at the end of the day, it's all about the ones who didn't make it home.
Well, I will grieve and have a piece of brisket with you this year, brother.
All right. I'll be right there. I'll give you a hug, man. With that being said, I guess we're going to get it there. Sarge, if you happen to see this, man, sincerely hope you recover really, really soon.
Call us if you need anything, boss, please.
Can't wait to have you back on the show.
And real quick, Sarge told me to come hell or high water. He will be at River City WrestleCon alongside Sergeant Slaughter and Mr. Chris Whaley, as planned, as scheduled, for the Birthday of Champions portion of that.
Chris Paradise will be there as well.
That's
so
right.
If you guys want some autographs, you know, I'm not too proud to give it. I actually enjoy it. So
we're gonna have a good time and, you know, build some more bridges. We're gonna keep building this brand. You know, Boiler Room, you guys will definitely get bigger as this goes as well. I'm definitely proud to be amongst all of you. Bunch of spirited guys doing what they do.
And you're going to be a part of Behind the Voice coming up in June, right?
That's correct.
All right. I'm not sure the exact date. I was on it this past Saturday, and I got to tell you, Landfill, you did a hell of a job, man. I enjoyed every second of it. I think we went 2.5 hours. That's because I talk a lot. So
Hey, it's a good shoot, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Anyways, I'm going to jump off here. Hope you guys have an awesome day.
Till next time.
Y'all be safe out there.